This is Ben from Testive, and we're answering an SAT writing question. So this is a question about organization and development within the passage. So as you can see, we have this paragraph here. Above all else, he was practical. If children needed to be separated from their siblings in order to be placed in a foster home, that was done without question. All that mattered was getting them out and getting them out fast. So that's what this paragraph is now. That's how it reads currently, but then we're being asked, what should we do at the beginning of this paragraph? That's what this little box means. Which choice most smoothly and effectively introduces and develops the author's discussion of Winton's practicality in operating his rescue mission for the Jewish children? So it's not just asking what's the best introduction, it's giving us some idea of the purpose. Which choice most smoothly and effectively, okay, so it needs to be smooth and effective, and does it introduce and develop the author's discussion of Winton's practicality in operating his rescue mission? So we have to ask ourselves both those things. Is this a smooth piece of writing, and is it effective in relation to what the purpose of the paragraph is? Okay, so we can rule a couple things out. We can start by ruling out answer choice 3. Winton had Jewish parents, but this fact did not really influence his desire to save the Czech children, etc. It's not really about his practicality, that's about his motivation. Second answer choice. A businessman at heart, Winton made the practical decision to treat each rescue as a commercial transaction. Above all else, he was practical. If children... Okay, well, there's a couple problems here. One is the repetition of the word practical. That's not really smooth. And then also this reference to him as a businessman at heart and treating each rescue as a commercial transaction. Well, it says to him that all that mattered was getting the children out and getting them out fast. So it doesn't seem that he's necessarily a businessman so much as he has his eye on the goal. So I don't think this is really a correct characterization. So now we're down to these two answer choices. To succeed in the task of saving so many lives, Winton maintained a distance from those he rescued, most likely to save himself from the emotional toll that would have resulted from knowing his children as anything other than names on a list. Above all else, he was practical. If children... Okay, so that works. It identifies the purpose of why Winton was practical without using the word practical as a repeated word. It explains what he did and then gives a brief reason for it before going on to explaining a little bit more about the goal. This last answer choice looks wordier. It looks like maybe too much. I mean, it's already practically as long as the paragraph itself. And it says, Winton preferred to stay at a calm distance from the children he rescued, not because he was a cruel man, but because that made it easier for him to not to grow too attached to them and to develop the type of relationship that would make it practically impossible to let them go, because he couldn't possibly have taken care of so many children himself. This is cumbersome. We have impossible, possibly. It says calm distance, which is weird. It wasn't calm. It was detached, but not calm. And then it doesn't seem there's any reason to say that he wasn't cruel. We understand he wasn't cruel. So to me, this is not as efficient of an introduction as the first choice. So we're going to go with choice number 1.